Young and the Restless early spoilers July 28th to August 1st. Victor's accusations escalate. Nick faces brutal attack. On Wednesday, July 23rd, we've got Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Victor worrying about Nick and Sharon Newman, Sharon case, being under this dodgy house arrest. Nikki kind of thinks this whole thing is an elaborate game to trap them there that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, set up. Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, is eavesdropping as Nikki and Victor talk about how bizarre Carter, Vincent Stalba, seems to be. Kyle walks up and tells Victor, game over. He says, I know what you and Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, were up to. Of course, Victor denies and plays dumb. Kyle says he loves Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, and that's not going to change. Nikki looks a little disturbed. Victor insists that all he's worried about is finding the murderer and getting Nick out of custody. Young and the Restless spoilers, Kyle lashes out at Victor. Kyle says that when they get back to Genoa City, things are going to change. He's done seeking Victor's approval. He'll be moving in with Claire and says Victor can't stop them. Of course, Victor vows that he will stop Kyle and storms off. Kyle turns around and tells Nikki he really hopes she was not part of this dirty Victor and Audra scheme. Nikki is appalled and assures him she would never do a thing like that. Kyle believes her. Obviously, Nikki is disturbed that Victor did what Kyle says. I'm sure later when Nikki talks to Victor, he'll either deny or justify. Those are his two things when he's caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Victor finds Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, and tells him that Kane put Nick and Sharon under house arrest. Chance isn't okay with that. He thinks that's not cool. Victor wants them out and then gets heavy-handed, telling Chance to warn Kane that he'll pay for this on Young and the Restless. Chance says that Carter's alibi for the killing is not solid because he said that he was woken up by the disturbance, but the groundskeeper said Carter was up and about on the property. Victor thinks Carter's covering up Kane's actions, but Chance wonders if Carter is actually the real killer. Young and the Restless spoilers, Amanda suspicious of Kane. Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, sees Kane going through security footage in the surveillance room. She hopes he's not deleting any, and he wonders the same thing about Amanda if she deleted footage because some is missing. Kane says somebody's out to get him, and they took out footage that could have proved his innocence. Amanda asks if he killed Damien, and then erased it. She doesn't think the Genoa City people would have done it. Kane says, no, of course I didn't kill Damien, but the problem is I can't prove it because the footage is missing. He wonders if Nick erased the video, but Amanda thinks maybe the camera glitched. Plus, Nick doesn't know about that surveillance room or how to get into it. Young and the Restless spoilers. Kane cooks up a plan. Kane finally agrees that doesn't seem likely. Amanda encourages him to let Sharon and Nick out of lockup. Kane says he'll talk to Chance and look at letting them out. Kane also wonders if he can use Nick being locked up as leverage to try to get Chancellor, because Victor already accused him of doing it. So why not just press forward on that assumption? Nick comforts Sharon. She is coming down after a panic attack. They think this is part of some larger plan by Kane. Nick's trying to find a way out, kicking doors, looking through stuff, trying to find something to break them out of there. They find a bottle of champagne, and Nick pulls off the metal twisty top, and wants Sharon to try and pick the lock like she did at the clinic with Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily in turmoil. Audra finds Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, in the maze. Of course, she's still really upset about Damien. They talk about telling the awful murder news to Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford. They know it's going to be really bad. Audra and Lily hear a noise and it kind of freaks them out, but it's just Phyllis who was lurking and eavesdropping. She says she's listening and trying to save their lives to figure out who the real killer is. Lily says the real killer is Kane. He's the only one with a motive to want Damien dead. Audra thinks Phyllis is trying to save Kane for selfish reasons, but Phyllis thinks both Kane and Nick are innocent, and there's another killer on the property that they all need to be worried about. Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily looks at Kane. Then she talks about other people there among them that are guests who are killers. Lily tries to say, this is a different thing, because it's funny, she actually is one of those killers. She killed Hillary and her unborn baby. She went to prison for it. Now, I actually don't think she should have gone to prison for that, but she did. Lily says she thinks Kane didn't call the local cops because he'd be arrested. Phyllis says there's no way this was premeditated by Kane because he didn't even know Lily and Damien were involved before they got there. But Lily thinks Kane was spying on her. There's a whole bunch of that. Phyllis says that Lily is just being emotional and not thinking clearly. Audra doesn't like Phyllis, but she does agree. So Lily gets mad at Audra. Intense interrogations and failed escape attempts in Young and the Restless July 24th episodes. On Thursday, July 24th, Carter is called into the rail car, and Victor and Chance are grilling her about Damien's murder. Victor is still insistent that Kane did this and thinks Carter covered up Damien's murder for his boss. Carter insists he didn't do that, but Chance thinks Carter might be the actual killer. We'll see how the interrogation goes. He's a good option as the killer because he's a random they can just get rid of. Nick's plan to escape is a total fail. Sharon may pick the lock, but he is either attacked or does something dumb and hurts himself because he is bloody and injured very soon. Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, makes a tough decision about Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Drama and dangerous decisions. Young and the Restless July 25th to August 1st spoilers. On Friday, July 25th, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, and Billy are helping to treat Nick's bloody wound. They're all in the storage room with Sharon and Nick. Nikki is backed into a corner by someone. It may be Kane who says, "Sell me, Chancellor, and I'll let Nick out." Victor isn't messing around and decides to take matters into his own hands. I wonder if he'll confront Kane himself. From July 28th through August 1st, early spoilers reveal Billy rages about what Big Brother Jack decided. I think this has something to do with AbbottCom. Billy is saying Kane can just buy you out without having had a conversation with the man. Young and the Restless spoilers. Jack's had enough. Jack may just say, "You know what? I'm tired of the gambling. I'm tired of Billy's bad decisions," and pulls the plug and just kills the company. There's no buyout, no nothing. There's no company. Kyle is going to be conflicted on the timing of ratting out Audra and Victor's scheme. Once they're back in Genoa City, Kyle might delay it because Claire is grieving July 28th through August 1st is shaping up to be explosive in Genoa City, and fans of the Young and the Restless are in for a roller coaster ride of deceit, betrayal, and shocking confrontations. Tensions rise as Victor Newman's suspicions threaten to dismantle the fragile alliances around him, while Nick Newman finds himself facing danger in the most unexpected way. Let's dive into the drama set to unfold in the upcoming episodes. Victor's escalating accusations. Victor Newman has always been a force to be reckoned with, but in the coming week, his wrath takes center stage. Early spoilers suggest that Victor becomes increasingly convinced that someone close to him has been sabotaging his empire. His instincts, rarely wrong, push him toward a series of confrontations that could leave lasting consequences for everyone in his orbit. The whispers and half-truths Victor has been collecting finally reach a tipping point. Sources reveal that Victor confronts several key figures at Newman Enterprises, accusing them of betrayal and manipulation. With his temper flaring and his usual charm replaced by suspicion, these accusations don't just cause tension. They threaten to ignite a full-blown corporate war. Phyllis Summers, who has been maneuvering in her own complex web of intrigue, may find herself in Victor's crosshairs. The power struggle between these two heavyweights promises fireworks, as Victor is not one to back down when he feels wronged. Fans can expect heated exchanges, piercing glares, and perhaps a shocking revelation that changes the balance of power at Newman Enterprises. But Victor's fury is not confined to the boardroom. As his accusations escalate, those closest to him will feel the weight of his anger. This includes Nick, who finds himself caught between family loyalty and the consequences of secrets he cannot fully control. Nick faces brutal danger. While Victor's storm rages, Nick Newman's life takes a perilous turn. Early spoilers hint at a dramatic twist that puts Nick in direct danger, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Although the exact circumstances of the attack remain shrouded in secrecy, insiders confirm it is both physical and psychological, designed to send a clear message. Nick Newman is vulnerable. This brutal attack shakes Nick to his core, forcing him to confront his own vulnerabilities. Historically the moral compass of the Newman family, Nick is now facing threats that challenge his strength, both as a businessman and as a man trying to protect his family. The repercussions of this attack are expected to ripple through Genoa City, affecting not only Nick's personal life, but also the delicate web of alliances and enmities surrounding him. Fans should keep a close eye on Abby Newman and Victoria Newman during this week, as the fallout from Nick's ordeal could draw them into the drama in unexpected ways. The emotional weight of seeing a Newman endangered is bound to elicit strong reactions, potentially driving wedges between family members who were previously united, or conversely, bringing them closer as they band together against common threats. The impact on family dynamics. Victor's accusations and Nick's attack are more than isolated incidents. They are catalysts for upheaval within the Newman family. Victor's tendency to suspect betrayal often results in fractured relationships, and this week is no exception. Those who have been walking a fine line between loyalty and ambition will find themselves tested like never before. It's not just Victor and Nick who are affected. Nikki Newman is expected to be caught in the middle, torn between supporting her husband and protecting her children from escalating family drama. The emotional tension within the Newman household is set to reach a fever pitch, providing fans with the intense, character-driven storytelling they crave. Meanwhile, Abby's loyalty may be called into question. Could she take sides in the family's brewing storm? And Victoria, whose life has been a series of personal and professional challenges, may find herself making a choice that has lasting implications for the Newman legacy. The stakes couldn't be higher, and every action this week will reverberate far beyond a single episode. Corporate intrigue and power plays. Victor's accusations are not only personal, they carry significant corporate consequences. Newman Enterprises has always been a battleground for power, and the upcoming week promises to see these struggles intensify. Executives and employees alike will be forced to navigate a tense atmosphere, where one misstep could mean career-ending consequences. Early spoilers suggest that Victor's wrath may uncover secrets that others have been desperate to keep hidden. In the high-stakes world of business, a single revelation can topple empires, and fans can expect the fallout to be both dramatic and far-reaching. Those who have underestimated Victor's investigative instincts may find themselves scrambling to protect their reputations, or their very lives within the company. The emotional toll. Amid the corporate maneuvers and physical threats, the emotional toll on the Newman family cannot be overstated. Nick's attack, in particular, serves as a stark reminder that even the most powerful families are vulnerable. Victor's wrath, while justified in his eyes, may alienate those he loves most, creating cracks in relationships that were once unshakable. The upcoming episodes will explore the psychological strain on characters forced to confront betrayal, danger, and the fragility of trust. How will Nick recover from the attack? Will Victor realize the consequences of his unchecked accusations? These questions add layers of suspense and keep fans glued to their screens. Anticipation builds. As Genoa City braces for this tumultuous week, anticipation is at an all-time high. Viewers are eager to see how Victor's suspicions play out and how Nick navigates the fallout of the brutal attack. With multiple storylines converging, the week promises edge-of-your-seat drama, shocking confrontations, and emotional revelations. One thing is certain. The Newman family is on the brink of a crisis that could redefine their relationships, both personally and professionally. Fans of the young and the restless won't want to miss a single moment as alliances are tested, secrets are revealed, and the true cost of betrayal becomes painfully clear. Final thoughts. The week of July 28th to August 1st is shaping up to be a defining chapter in the young and the restless. Victor's escalating accusations and Nick's brutal attack set the stage for high-stakes drama, emotional intensity, and unforgettable twists. As Genoa City watches these events unfold, one thing is clear. The Newman family's legacy and their very lives are under siege. For viewers who thrive on suspense, intrigue, and the powerful interplay of family loyalty and ambition, this week promises to deliver everything they love about YandR. Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer drawn in by the gripping storytelling, prepare for a week that will leave you talking long after the final scene. The question remains, will Victor's wrath unite the Newmans in the face of danger, or will it tear the family apart forever? And can Nick survive the threats coming his way while keeping his family and business intact? The answers lie in the heart of Genoa City, where every secret, every accusation, and every betrayal has the potential to change everything. The young and the restless are in for an explosive week as tensions between Kyle Abbott and his grandfather, Victor Newman, reach a boiling point. What was once a simmering undercurrent of resentment has now erupted into full-blown conflict, and it promises to shake the Newman-Abbott family to its core. According to early spoilers, viewers will witness Kyle finally standing up to Victor, sparking a dramatic chain of events that could redefine alliances and loyalties at Newman Enterprises. The drama begins with Victor's increasingly overbearing control over the family business. While Victor has always been a larger-than-life presence, recent episodes have shown him meddling in ways that cross a line for Kyle. The young Abbott has spent years in the shadow of powerful men like Victor and his own father, Jack Abbott, and the pressure is finally catching up with him. Kyle's frustration reaches its peak during a heated boardroom showdown at Newman Enterprises, where Victor publicly challenges Kyle's business decisions and belittles his competence. Sources reveal that Kyle, who has been struggling to assert himself, finally loses his patience. In a fiery confrontation, he tells Victor exactly what he thinks of the way he's run the company and treated the Abbott family. Kyle's words cut deep, exposing years of unresolved tension, feelings of neglect, and the weight of living up to the Abbott and Newman legacies. It's a rare moment where Kyle refuses to back down, showing a new side of his personality, one that is fearless, assertive, and ready to claim his place in the family hierarchy. The fallout from this confrontation is immediate. Victor, known for his quick temper and ruthless streak, is stunned by Kyle's boldness. While he's used to people cowering before him, Kyle's defiance hits him like a lightning bolt. Sources hint that Victor may start to view Kyle as a potential threat, rather than just another family member to manipulate. This development could have far-reaching consequences for the Abbott and Newman power dynamics, especially with Jack Abbott watching closely from the sidelines. Jack, who has always been protective of Kyle, might see this as an opportunity to let Kyle take the reins. But he's also wary of Victor's reaction, knowing that standing up to the Newman patriarch comes with serious risks. Adding fuel to the fire, this confrontation isn't just about business, it's deeply personal. Kyle's outburst is tied to years of emotional strain, including feeling overshadowed by his father, Jack, and his grandfather, Victor. The spoilers tease that Kyle's anger may also be directed at Victor's history of manipulating family members for his own gain, which has left scars on multiple generations. Viewers can expect emotional flashpoints as Kyle confronts Victor about not just corporate control, but the personal betrayals that have shaped his life. The timing of this confrontation is critical. With Newman Enterprises facing external threats and internal instability, Victor is already under pressure. Kyle's public display of defiance comes at a time when the company can least afford division, making the clash all the more dramatic. The upcoming episodes are expected to explore how this tension affects other key players, including Victoria Newman, Adam Newman, and Abby Newman, all of whom have their own stakes in the family and business drama. Fans are also curious about how this feud might affect Kyle's romantic life. Kyle has been navigating a complicated relationship with Lola Rosales, and the stress of standing up to Victor could create additional strain. Will Lola support him as he battles his powerful grandfather, or will the pressure push a wedge between them? Early spoilers hint that Kyle may lean on Lola for support, giving fans a chance to see a more vulnerable side of the usually composed Abbott heir. Meanwhile, Victor isn't the only one reacting to Kyle's boldness. Jack Abbott, who has always struggled with balancing family loyalty and business pragmatism, faces his own dilemma. Does he step in to protect Kyle, or does he let his son take responsibility for the fallout? Jack's reaction could either mend or further fracture the Abbott-Newman relationship, adding another layer of intrigue. This storyline promises emotional depth, with viewers seeing multiple generations grappling with power, loyalty, and family expectations. In addition to the family drama, the business stakes are higher than ever. Kyle's willingness to challenge Victor in public could inspire others within Newman Enterprises to take sides, potentially igniting office politics, betrayals, and strategic maneuvers that shake the company's foundation. This could be the start of a larger arc where Kyle begins to assert more authority and demonstrate that he's capable of leadership, challenging the notion that the Newman-Abbott legacy belongs solely to Victor. Soap fans know that confrontations like these rarely stay contained. The intensity of Kyle's outburst may trigger repercussions beyond Newman Enterprises, affecting alliances with Genoa City's other powerful families and players. Characters like Phyllis Summers and Nikki Newman are likely to become involved, offering advice, taking sides, or exploiting the tension for their own advantage. The ripple effects could be felt across multiple storylines, making this one of the most talked-about arcs of the season. Behind the scenes, the writing team has hinted that Kyle's rebellion is just the beginning of a larger journey. While viewers may see sparks fly in the boardroom, the real drama is in how Kyle and Victor navigate their complex emotional and familial ties moving forward. Will this confrontation mark the start of a new era for Kyle, one where he finally earns respect from Victor and proves himself as a legitimate Abbott-Newman player? Or will it ignite a war that fractures the family beyond repair? Only time will tell. In conclusion, the upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless promise edge-of-your-seat drama as Kyle Abbott lashes out at Victor Newman. The confrontation is loaded with emotion, family tension, and corporate stakes, offering viewers a rare glimpse of Kyle's determination and resilience. With repercussions expected both personally and professionally, fans are encouraged to tune in as the Abbott-Newman rivalry escalates, loyalties are tested, and the power dynamics in Genoa City are shaken to their core. For viewers who've watched Kyle grow in the shadow of his legendary grandfather, this is a turning point that could redefine his role in the family forever. Expect fireworks, emotional confrontations, and shocking alliances as Kyle finally stands his ground. The question remains, can Kyle survive the wrath of Victor Newman, or will his rebellion come at a cost too high for anyone to pay? Genoa City's drama never disappoints, and this storyline is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling arcs of Genoa City are buzzing with tension, and one name keeps surfacing in whispers, Kane Ashby. While he has always been a man with secrets, this time, it seems those secrets are more dangerous than anyone anticipated. According to the latest Young and the Restless spoilers, Amanda Sinclair is beginning to notice cracks in Kane's carefully constructed facade, and she isn't about to ignore them. Amanda has never been one to be easily fooled. Her sharp intuition and no-nonsense attitude have made her a formidable force in Genoa City. Whether she's protecting her loved ones or navigating the cutthroat world of business, Amanda knows how to read between the lines. And lately, something about Kane has been setting off alarm bells. His sudden disappearances, vague explanations, and unexplained phone calls have all led Amanda to a troubling conclusion. Kane might not be telling the full story. It all began when Amanda started noticing small inconsistencies in Kane's behavior. He seemed distracted during their recent conversations, often hesitating or avoiding certain topics entirely. Amanda, ever perceptive, caught the subtle shifts in his tone and the way his eyes darted away when she pressed him for answers. She knows Kane well enough to recognize the signs of deceit, or at least of someone hiding something significant. The tension reached a boiling point during a recent encounter at Crimson Lights. Amanda had gone to meet Kane for what she thought would be a casual coffee and a chance to catch up. Instead, she found herself piecing together a puzzle she hadn't anticipated. Kane was evasive, brushing off questions about his latest business dealings with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Amanda, refusing to be placated by charm alone, probed deeper. "Is everything okay, Kane?" she asked, her tone calm but firm. "You seem different lately." Kane laughed it off, the kind of easy laugh that had once charmed everyone around him. "Just stressed with work, you know how it is," he replied. But Amanda wasn't convinced. She noticed the tension in his shoulders, the tightness in his jaw, and the way his fingers drummed against the table, a subtle sign of anxiety that he couldn't quite mask. Amanda's suspicions deepened when she started connecting the dots between Kane's recent behavior and some troubling events around Genoa City. Certain business decisions that seemed out of character, whispered rumors of secret meetings, and even the sudden appearance of someone from Kane's past all pointed to one unsettling truth. Kane might be hiding something that could have serious consequences for everyone involved. What Amanda doesn't yet know is that Kane has indeed been keeping secrets that, if revealed, could shake the foundations of those closest to him. Kane has always been protective of his family and friends, often taking matters into his own hands to shield them from harm. But this time, his actions are being misinterpreted, and Amanda, with her keen insight, is determined to uncover the truth. Her investigation isn't without risks. Confronting Kane directly could strain their relationship beyond repair, and Amanda knows that a wrong move could backfire spectacularly. But her sense of justice and her commitment to the people she cares about drive her forward. Amanda is no stranger to danger, having navigated the treacherous waters of Genoa City's social and corporate arenas countless times. She knows that sometimes, to protect what's right, you have to confront uncomfortable truths head-on. Meanwhile, Kane remains unaware of just how closely Amanda is watching him. He continues to juggle his obligations, his personal dilemmas, and the weight of his secrets, all while trying to maintain the appearance of control. But Amanda's presence looms like a shadow he can't shake. Every interaction becomes a delicate dance of subtle deflections and careful wording, as Kane tries to keep his private world hidden from prying eyes. Fans of Young and the Restless are already speculating wildly about what Amanda might uncover. Could Kane be involved in a business scandal, or is there something more personal at play? Rumors are swirling that his secrecy may be tied to a new, unexpected threat in Genoa City, one that could put the lives of those he loves in jeopardy. Amanda's investigation could be the key to exposing the truth before it's too late, but it also has the potential to upend relationships and alliances that have taken years to build. One of the most compelling aspects of this storyline is the dynamic between Amanda and Kane. Their relationship has always been layered, balancing friendship, trust, and mutual respect. But when suspicion creeps in, it tests the very foundation of that bond. Amanda's pursuit of the truth forces Kane to confront his own moral boundaries. How far will he go to protect his secrets, and what will he risk to keep Amanda in the dark, or in the know? There's also the larger web of intrigue to consider. Genoa City is a city of power, deception, and ambition, and Kane's secrets don't exist in isolation. Amanda's discoveries could have ripple effects that extend far beyond their personal dynamic, affecting business rivalries, family allegiances, and even the city's most powerful players. Every revelation, every confrontation could set off a chain reaction of drama, betrayal, and unexpected alliances. And just when viewers think they've figured out Kane's motives, Young and the Restless has a way of flipping the narrative entirely. Kane may be hiding something, yes, but is it something malicious, or is it a secret born out of loyalty, love, or the desperate need to protect someone? Amanda's journey to uncover the truth promises to keep fans on the edge of their seats, guessing at every twist and turn. In the end, one thing is clear. Amanda's suspicions will not be easily quelled. Her determination, intelligence, and courage make her a force to be reckoned with, and Kane's carefully guarded life may soon face exposure. Whether this leads to confrontation, reconciliation, or a shocking twist, one thing is certain. Genoa City will never be the same once the truth comes to light. As this gripping storyline unfolds, viewers can expect tense encounters, heart-stopping revelations, and the kind of character-driven drama that has made Young and the Restless a daytime television staple for decades. Amanda's suspicions of Kane are more than just idle curiosity. They're the catalyst for a series of events that could redefine relationships, alliances, and the power dynamics of Genoa City itself. In a city where no one is ever truly safe from secrets and lies, Amanda's investigative instincts may be the only thing standing between truth and chaos. Kane Ashby's next moves will be watched more closely than ever, and viewers are left wondering, will loyalty prevail, or will suspicion tear everything apart? One thing is certain. Genoa City's drama is heating up, and Amanda is right in the middle of it, ready to uncover what Kane has worked so hard to hide.